Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Superman and Lois Season 3. So it has of course been quite the crazy month or so for Superman and Lois, and the show isn't even into the thick of filming yet. Of course, a couple of weeks ago we had the surprise news I think caught everyone by surprise and just like a bit of a, oh, what the hell moment, with Jordan Elsas, who played Jonathan Kent on the show in seasons 1 and 2, well, it being announced that he'll be leaving the show for quote-unquote personal reasons. Like, I'm saying quote-unquote because that's what was put out in the actual press release. Now, of course, there was debate, as you'd expect, as to whether there was any, behind-the-scenes stuff and all that, but that's not for us to really, theorize over or gossip over or anything like that. The bottom line was that the show needed a new Jonathan Kent, and that news came in the month leading up to filming, so this is a main character. They needed to act quick. And, well, they must have hired ya boy, Barry Allen, because they acted pretty damn quick. Now, Superman and Lois has started like some prep stuff over the past couple of days. All the cast members are in Vancouver, going around doing all their preparation and stuff. And I think it starts, tomorrow from when this video come out. I think officially the 9th of September. So, yeah, we might get like a thing on Instagram or Twitter from a certain cast member or cast members saying, we're all good, we started filming. But yeah, as I said, they acted pretty quick. We have a new Jonathan Kent. So let's go over the article, parts of the article with the proper, actual new information from TV Line. Everyone got it, all the press people got it. It was a press release, but we'll just use TV Line because we usually do. Superman and Lois has found its new Jonathan Kent. Australian actor Michael Bishop from Disney Channel's Spin will fill the role left vacant by Jordan Elsas, whose decision not to return for Season 3 took fans by surprise when the news broke in August, like we said before. As for what Jonathan will be up to in Season 3, here's what showrunner Todd Helbing told TV Line in June. The new fortress should be for the family, so Jonathan's definitely going to be brought into the fold in that respect. We'll see if he gets his own suit, if he follows Nat's lead and how it all unfolds. We definitely want to bring Jonathan into that superhero life more than he has been. So my initial thoughts on this, I've never heard of Michael Bishop. I looked up his IMDb and he's incredibly new. Like they say Disney Channel Spin there because that's really the only thing that he's really been in. So he's an up and comer. Not exactly sure on his age. They don't mention in the article. I'm just going to assume he's in that late teens to maybe early 20s, something along those lines. But, I'm always happy to see a fellow Australian get some work and, what better to do it on a show that I like watching, in a main role. So I'm happy for him. Hopefully he knocks it out of the park. Now, I probably would have shown a picture of him before, but let's bring it back up. And at least in this picture here, he sort of looks like a combination of the former Jonathan, Jordan Elsas, and Jordan Kent on the show, Alex Garfin. It looks like it was like one of those merging app things you can do on your iPhone. Now, of course, Jordan and Jonathan on the show aren't identical twins, so there's no real need for him to look like Alex Garfin or Jordan Kent. They're just fraternal twins. They were just, born, at the same time. That would have been a bit of a painful experience. Bit graphic, but anyway, they're twins, but they're not identical. You can get into the science of it. You can Google it if you want to. So don't expect them to randomly change them into identical twins just because they sort of look alike here, because this new Jonathan, Michael Bishop, actually cut his hair to look more like what the former Jonathan was rocking on the show. So if throughout the show something goes out, his hair might start to look a bit more like Alex Garfin, but with the shorter hair, it's not overly identical like you see here just because they are rocking a bit longer hair in both these photos. Now the question I have, which I'm very curious to see if it ever comes out, it might not, but was Michael Bishop, who's, as I said, is this new Jonathan Kent, was he involved in the auditions back before Season 1? Or was he just someone completely new that started the audition process once the news of Jordan Elsas's departure came out and he was an actor that was available that they thought would fit the role that they can bring in straight away? Because we talked about this when the whole Jordan Elsas thing first came out, is I was wondering, and I think a lot of people were wondering as well, are they going to find someone completely new that they haven't talked to at all before? Or are they going to fall back on their second, third, fourth, fifth, maybe even sixth choice and just see which one is available? So if the second choice is available, pick them. If they're not, go down to fourth. If they're not, go down to fourth, etc., etc., etc. Or they're just going to go for someone completely new. We weren't too sure what was going on there. Because Michael Bishop is a young actor, and that Spin thing I think was only last year. Maybe he was involved in the audition process. I don't know. We might find out, we might not, but it's just something to keep in mind. Now, there is a bit of a mountain to climb out of the gate with this new Jonathan Kent, as Jordan Elsas, the former Jonathan Kent, was actually pretty damn good in the role. I think he did a pretty good job. But more importantly, He had 2 seasons worth of chemistry and experience with with the other actors, and more importantly, his on-screen family. However, I don't think it's going to be like a massive issue at all in the long run. It just might seem weird over the opening portion of season 3. And this is the big one, especially for people that watch the show but have no idea that this news is even going on. Because you got to remember, like, maybe like 5 to 10% of people know this is happening right now. The other 85, 90, maybe even 95% maybe use Twitter, Instagram, but they're not following all this news and stuff like that. So that's probably the chunk of the audience that's going to be confused when they start season 3. I'm like, am I tripping balls? Did this dude go to get plastic surgery? What's going on here? So they might be confused at that point, you know, but for us, it shouldn't be that weird because we know what's going on right now. We can get used to it over time, you know, before the show starts actually airing on TV. Now, one big thing that we talked about a couple of days ago was another casting, and there is actually no official Warner Brothers or the CW press release at the moment in regards to that Chad L. Coleman casting that we went over the other day that was revealed by David Ramsey, aka Diggle, at Dragon Con over the weekend. So maybe they didn't want to drop like 2 things at the same time. You let them get there, especially this one, this Jonathan Kent. They needed to get this its own airtime because it was such a big thing a couple of weeks ago. So maybe they'll be like, okay, we'll release the Chad L. Coleman thing, you know, a couple of days, maybe early next week, something like that. Give both of these things some breathing room. So yeah, just because it hasn't been announced yet, there's no need to sweat. It might come out, might come out later today or might come out tomorrow. Just let it play out naturally. But yeah, with filming starting, we should expect most of the casting details to come out soon, unless there's a certain character or characters that aren't scheduled to start filming for a few episodes, or maybe if not, you know, later into the season, like maybe like episode 7 or 8 or something. So those type of casting details might not be released at all. Like, I don't, at least personally, remember if they actually announced the casting of Allie last year, and she was the big bad of the season, but they did announce the casting of Lieutenant Anderson. So maybe they'll pick and choose who they announce and who they don't. So yeah, I'm sure we'll find out some new castings over the next week or 2 as they start filming. But like previously, you know, seasons and years, I wouldn't expect set photos for Superman and Lois unless they literally do go into the middle of Vancouver's city district, which they did last season. Like, that's how we got the first look at Jonathan Kent's bizarro Superboy. But then outside of that, there was really no set photos for the show, unless it was like posted by one of the actors on Instagram or one of the directors or something like that. But with Intergang and Bruno Mannheim playing a role this season, I would expect a bit more metropolitan stuff to go down than previous seasons, or at least compared to last season where there wasn't much. So maybe we get more set photos than we have in previous seasons. Wait and see, I guess. But yeah, if there is anything, of course, we'll talk about it because we want to talk about it. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, be awesome, you could drop a like on the video to show your support for the channel. And just if you enjoyed the video and you're excited about this news, let me know in the comment section down below. What are your general reactions to this? Do you like the actor's look? I'd be surprised if most of you had watched it, but have you watched that Spin movie on Disney Plus or Disney Channel, whichever it is? Have you watched it? Was he good? Do you think he could fit the role? And yeah, just let me know your general reactions to that, and if you think there's going to be any issues around it. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.